I came across some miniature antique glass balls that are hollow and delicate, with little tips or ends. Each one is numbered on the top. They're about 3/4 of an inch in size and have no markings anywhere except for the numbers. I imagine they might be meant to float, but I'm not sure what they would float in or why. Any ideas on what these could be used for? They're called hydrostatic bubbles or spirit bubbles, among other things, and they're used as hydrometers for testing alcohol content of liquors. Hydrostatic bubbles were invented by Dr. Alexander Wilson. It was there, in the winter of 1757, that Wilson demonstrated his ability to measure very small differences in the specific gravity of similar liquids by using one of his blown glass beads and changing the temperature of the liquids tested. Applying this science to a practical use, it was realized that a set of calibrated glass bubbles matching various specific gravities of liquors would be a quick and convenient way of proving spirits. These bubbles were mostly used by spirit dealers, merchants, and customs agents. Scientists throughout Europe at this time were experimenting with ways of measuring specific gravity, but the hydrostatic bubbles appear to have been a Glasgow phenomenon of the late 1700s. Although they were a very easy piece of equipment for merchants to carry, their period of use was relatively short, as they were soon replaced by more accurate hydrometers. I spotted a few of these wrought iron poles on a road in central London, and they definitely seem to have had some historical usage, though I'm not sure what exactly. The poles are about 2 to 2.5 meters tall, and given the street is from the Georgian period, I suspect they could be quite old. The circle at the top looks like it might have once held something, possibly a lamp or some other decorative or functional item. The arm on the right also seems like it could have been used to hang something, maybe a sign or a lantern. I've tried searching for wrought iron poles, but most of the results I get keep pointing me to the oval gas holder, so I'm wondering if these poles might have had a different purpose entirely. Could they have been part of some old street lighting system or a signpost? Any ideas on what they might have been used for? It's an early 19th century gas lamp. The gas is piped up the pole, and a copper pipe would have extended into the glass lamp house, which fitted into the hoop. Each evening, a lamplighter would do the rounds and rest his ladder on the bar sticking out to the right, access the lamp house, and light the gas. I found a round metal object while digging, and it has no opening on top. The lever used to turn at one point. I tried searching through Google Images, but no luck so far. Any guesses on what this could be? It is indeed a chalk line. The cap is just rusted on. I found something out in the woods about 6 feet tall with tons of rectangular-shaped holes and a hatch on the top. There's nothing inside. I tried Google Lens, but it didn't return anything. Does anyone have an idea what this could be? It's a dry well, or leaching chamber. Just a water catchment that allows water to collect and drain out into the ground. You can use it for letting water drip into the well and lead it out with pipes, or let water flow into the tank and let it slowly dissipate into the ground. My friend found this in a parking lot where taxis usually park outside of a train station near Oslo, Norway. The object is about 3 inches long and made of quite heavy metal, with a small, round circle on top that seems to be a magnet. It appears to be able to clip onto pockets or similar places, but I can't imagine it's purely decorative. There are no markings or numbers on it. Any ideas on what this could be used for? This is a ball mark fixer for golfing. The 2 prongs go into the ground to lift the green, where your golf ball made its initial indentation. The magnetic coin, which is missing, is used to mark your golf ball on the green, so others can put around you. When a ball hits the green and leaves a dent in the grass, you stick the forked end under the depression and level it out. It fixes the green without damaging it. Essentially, you just lever the grass back to its original position. I have no clue what this is. It's silver in color, and the ball moves the top of the inside piece. It's about 3.5 inches tall and 2 inches in diameter. My mom bought it in France at a flea market. She's been trying to figure out what it is, but she has no idea how to describe it. At first, I thought it could be used for seasonings, since the top can move to limit the hole size, kind of like a barbecue shaker. But I've never seen a salt shaker this intricate before. What could it be used for? This is a powder pot. It would be part of a vanity set. It was used for a scented powder for women. I found this in a box of miscellaneous trinkets I inherited from a family member. It's about the size of my thumbnail, and the box closes magnetically. Inside are 3 small figures that appear to be holding unknown objects and wearing robes. At least one has a beard. The figures fit in the box with a little extra space. The front and back of the box have 8 pointed stars, while the sides have 5 pointed stars. The bottom is blank, and the top has slight ornamentation and a loop. The box is likely years to decades old, but I'm not sure of its exact age. I've tried searching for tiny metal box with figures and related queries, but no luck so far. The metal doesn't seem tarnished, and it's not super soft. But I'm not sure what kind of metal it is. One of the figures, with the obvious beard, is holding a small ball, pot or basket in its left hand. The other 2 figures appear to be holding pots or baskets with both hands, and they might also have beards or face coverings. Does anyone know what this could be, or what those figures are supposed to represent? Any ideas on its origin or purpose? This is likely part of a nativity scene. The 3 figures appear to represent the 3 wise men from the story of the birth of Jesus, and the star on the box is most likely the Star of Bethlehem. It could also be a reference to the star that supposedly guided the 3 magi to the birthplace of Jesus. Beyond that, I'm not entirely sure of its origin, but it's probably a religious Christian symbol or charm. This machine was donated to a local museum, but no one knows what it was made to do or who manufactured it. It's a mechanical metal device with many moving parts, about 16 inches wide and 12 inches deep. Spinning the top handles opens and closes 2 clamps, while the bottom handle causes a small reciprocating part to move behind a metal loop. It seems very well made, so it could be from an industrial, workshop, or even medical setting. Does anyone know what it is? It is an Optician lens cutter. The upright chrome piece, which kind of looks like a snowman, has a bolt on the upper part. It appears to me that the pattern would be placed on the left disc, with the graduations used to align the pattern. However, there's also a cylindrical part at the back that looks more typical for a follower. As for the bottom rotating part, which resembles a gear shift cam, it might have been used to move a component that pivoted around the needle-like thumbscrew on the chrome part.